Okay? Even at the net is even more so, because when you're taking pace at the ball, you are slicing this way. Okay? So you're not trying to hit the ball and bump it with that. You're trying to get the ball underneath and underneath the ball. So then it kind of just pops right off your face. Okay, so that, I'm not using a real light grip so my paddle moves throughout. It's actually kind of firm. I'm just using the motion of kind of like my arm being a little bit more dead and my hands where it's enough grip but not enough to move. So the ball kind of like absorbs off my paddle. Like you almost feel like you're kind of catching it here and then just kind of like releasing it. Like if you feel like you're hitting it, that's where it pops, right? So even if I was doing this, depending on the pace of the ball, I'm just letting it hit the center. So the only thing about both of these situations is, one, I have to make sure I hit the center because that's how I'm gonna get the easy feedback of how much I need to absorb. So this one is a lot easier if you think about it, right? I'm not moving any motion to cut the ball, I'm just moving this in place. So this is a lot easier for people to kind of like see the ball coming and kind of get in front of it. But what the problem is people push with this, okay? So when you push, depending on how hard someone hits it to you, that's why it goes up, okay? So you almost have to, again, you see how kind of close I am into my body with my arms? I'm kind of using my body to tighten a little bit. So even if I do push, I'm not pushing as much. I'm kind of absorbing that contact. You know, just like if you're slicing the dink or kind of doing, you're pushing, but you're not like hitting it, right? You're kind of just pushing the ball through. So same thing with that. Now a slice, it's a little bit more contact because now you're going here to here. So now you have to hit the ball exactly here as you're swinging through there. So that takes a little bit more like timing to get that ball, but you'll put more spin. Okay, so more spin allows you the ball to sit down, you know, not bounce up. So that, I would prefer that on some occasions where, especially when the ball is driving to you or hitting hard, like if you can kind of cut it like into the kitchen, okay? And then same thing here. If you can kind of cut it here, the ball pops, lands in the kitchen, it will bite, okay? Sometimes when you do this, yes, you can just get it over, but that's almost like a dead dink. Right? If you just, that's almost like hitting the dink just like this, and the ball's just over, and then they can still spin that, right? So the good thing about it is that, yes, you're getting it into the kitchen, you're not having them hit, but if they have a very attacky personality or attacky game, they're just gonna flick that again. So now you have to choose whether you wanna try and reset that again, or you try to counter. But when you put slicing in it, right, that puts spin, so when it hits the kitchen, it bites. So then now if they try to come up, they have to come really up. So usually you can kind of sit on a higher ball or maybe even out if they try to hit it so long, okay? So in this motion here, when you're in this set, when you're coming up, you're split stepping, like it's okay to take like kind of steps into here like this, or even like if you're going this way, because you're not at the kitchen. So you don't have to be like right here and does like that, right? Sometimes if you're coming up and then you're kind of in that and you're kind of seeing it, it's okay to do this, right? Almost stepping like you're doing it, or that. Or you can, if you're already there waiting, yeah, that's different. Then you can kind of like stay here and guide. But it depends on how soft kind of your arm is. It's not just your wrist, it's like how soft your arm swing is, because you have to kind of level that out, okay? So if you're right in the middle, probably like right back up. Are you talking about right there? Right there? Okay. So right here, first ball, try to do a slicing motion into that area right here. Okay? So just don't try to force it. Just because I say this way now, it's just an easier slice because where's my face going? It's already going that way, right? So right now, just to get used to the touch of the ball, just that's the easiest way you're gonna go. Always when you're slicing, if you can go to the right, it's gonna go easiest. Now when you're trying to slice in front of you, if you stay straight, see where my paddle goes? So when the ball's coming here, and if I'm not like this, I'm slicing. See how I turn my body? Now I'm almost facing forward as I slice. Because I still want to do a slicing motion, but I'm not pulling it this way. I have to go straight. So if I were to deaden it to you, I'm not going to be like this because the ball's going to go over there. I have to go, oh, I'm going to slice it like that. So I have to turn my body and my face to slice it in. If you're going backhand, in front of you. But if you're doing it kind of its side, that's why a lot of people do this in front, because their face is straight ahead and they can kind of push it this way and they don't have to slice it too much that way, because you're gonna have to push a little bit. Okay? All right, here we go. More cut. Okay? So kind of stand in this position first, little, and just get used to this motion first. Okay? Here we go. Okay, you're hit right here, this way. Okay, here we go.
That's exactly it.
That's what you do?
Yeah.
No, so well, you're hitting the ball. That's why. You're not really resetting. So if you're gonna do that, you might as well like swing through it.
I know, I can't.
Yeah, but you got to go under. Yeah, see how you like almost like a slice thing. This motion. It's the same motion as when you're doing a couple dinks right here, like a backhand dink. Just do a slice dink. Okay. See how you do that motion on the ground? That's going to be the motion you do in the air. So you keep the face open, you slice it, right? You keep the face open. So you're not hitting it. You're not doing that. Just because it's out of the air, you don't need to change that. It's going to be the same thing, except instead of hitting it down here off the bounce, you're hitting it in the air here. So the motion shouldn't change. That same motion that you're doing here should be what you're doing here.
Right, but I have more time.
Yeah, so you have out of the air, it's a little faster, just like a volley, right? You have more to, instead of doing this off the air, you have less time to do, but you're still the same motion, right? It's just off the air here, boom, out of the air, boom. It's still, you're going forward. So this is the same thing. Here, you slice. Here's a little higher because it's not coming off the bounce. So you're just picking it out of the air. Okay, same point, okay? All right, here we go. Good, better. Okay, there. So let that ball pop off your paddle. Okay, slice it though. Slice. Okay, again, slice.
What's wrong? Why is it so high?
Because you're hitting the ball. Remember, you're not, it's almost like you're going under the ball, right? You want that ball to pop under without it going forward. You know, just like how you brush a topspin, you're not hitting forward, right? Huh? You're hitting it. You didn't do that in the last two.
Really?
Yeah, you're hitting, like when you watch it, you're not doing this, you're doing like that, okay? So you actually want to do a slicing motion, just like when you brush the ball, you're brushing the ball and the ball is going forward off the brush, not you going forward, right? Because then it's going to go to it. Same thing here. You're slicing it. So you don't need to hit the ball. You just need to slice the ball underneath and it will pop accordingly to the pace. So usually when you're right here, someone's all rolling at you or hitting it kind of hard. So you don't need to, unless you're going to attack it, that's different. Attack, punch. But if you're trying to reset, then you want to take the pace off and go under the ball. So it pops up with spin, okay? All right, here we go. And again. Better, but just less now. Good stroke, but less, right? If the ball's supposed to be here, right, why is it going too far?
You're hitting it too hard.
Yeah, so what should you be doing? Absorbing it, right?
Absorbing it, but my grip is already loose.
But so you're absorbing kind of the pressure of a dead on, right? If you hit this ball to me, right, and I hit it to me, and I do this, of course it's gonna go too far, right? Every single time I'm doing that, even if I go this way, hit it to me again, see, it's gonna go too far, right? And it's not saying that my grip, I'm just doing too much motion when you're giving me pace. And then watch, again, if I do this, it's gonna go too much, right? So I have to absorb it. So now when you hit, I have to almost feel like I'm catching it under instead of hitting it. So it's almost like I want it to come off the face. Now hit. See, now it's too soft, right? Now I'm trying to go under the ball because I'm not trying to hit it. I'm trying to slice it. Yes. As that face opens, you're opening it up. Yeah? This. So I'm not doing that. I'm trying to go scooping it under. So you really should be missing a short right now. Yeah, because that means you're trying to hard, right? See? So I'm slicing it. I'm not hitting it. I'm trying to time the ball so it goes underneath the paddle. See? So I'm not hitting the ball. So you want to go. Okay, so you have to slice a little bit. You have to get that ball on, you have to get that face underneath the ball. Okay? Well, because we're going forward here, I'm stopping because my face has to be towards you, right? Now, if I was over here and you're doing it, my fall through will be a little bit longer. Because I want the ball to go that way. See, now my face is pointing that way. If I'm going forward, then I'm stopping it here because where's my face? There. So if I wanted to come here, I go a little bit more. If I wanted to go here, I go a little bit slicey face forward. Okay? Right? There we go. Good. There you go. Good. There you go. Very good. Too hard, right? Okay. Good. Anything in the kitchen is good, but you want it a little bit more. So anytime it's popping that much, there's too much face on the ball. Like too much face on the ball. You need to go under the ball. A little bit more slice. Again. Slice. Again. Good. You're still kind of bunting it. I want you to slice it. Good. Better. There you go. Too hard. Slice. Under the ball. Under the ball. There you go. I like that. Okay. Okay. There you go. Okay. Okay, so they're hitting here now. It's a good stroke, but you need to hit here. So remember, slicing is a lot more moving parts than you just trying to hit the center. So it does count. It's not going to pop off this face unless you hit here. So you're like, oh, I'm hitting short, right?
That's what happened with the last two.
The last two you hit here, so it's not hitting, it's not popping off, it's short. So then in your mind, you're going to be like, oh, I got to swing bigger. You're going to hit the center, and it's going to pop.
That's why it sounded weird.
Yes, you're hitting on the toe of it. Here we go. Seat it into your paddle. Good. Again. Good. Okay, again. Too much swing, right? Let it hit. There you go. Good. Good. There you go.
No, but it's like I'm too tense now.
Well, why is the ball it has so soft then? Good.
I'm very tense.
Why is the ball coming off soft? Good. Swing. A little bit more slice motion. Okay. Again.
I feel like I'm slicing more, but it's popping.
Good. That was a good one. Okay. Into it. Again. Good. That one wasn't. That one was. That's perfect right there. That's a perfect shot right there. Perfect shot. Do it again. Nope, it didn't hit center. Slice. Too much center without slice. Slice into the center. There you go. Slice. Good. Slice. Good. Slice. Down. This way.
What am I doing?
Here. Watch. You're going like that. Cut. From here, under. See, I'm not facing this way. So as I'm catching the ball here, catch, open. Open. You're hitting the ball up. Okay? So as you catch it here, you should be going down. Down, not up. Up.
So I ended too far up.
Just go a little bit down this way. Point your face towards that direction. Okay? So catch it here and then throw it here. Catch it here, throw it here. Okay? There you go. So just hit it on the toe. Perfect. That one's just soft. Swing a little harder. Toe again. Good. Swing. Okay, now you're just, see, you're hitting like this. Okay? So if you want to slide, remember, the slicing is the biggest part of it. If you're gonna just hit this way, I'd rather go, you're trying to absorb this way. Okay? So if you try to bunt it this way, it's a lot easier to control with your body than slicing this way. It just doesn't have any spin. Okay? Like that. Okay? So just feel the ball. Perfect. I don't mind that being short. Now just go a little bit more. Good. Good. Perfect. Good. What did you do on that one? A little softer. Good. There you go. Okay, still hitting here.
I think I hear it. I hear it.
Good. That's sweet spot. Good. Sweet spot. Good. Good. Okay, that one you swung. So if I hit it harder, what happens?
What happens? I don't know.
Yeah, watch. See? So what would you do when the ball, there you go. You gotta slice it more. Right, that's how it keeps the pace off. Okay, again. I'm hitting it a little bit harder so it adjusts. Good, you're still a little bit more slice. Good. So the harder I hit, the more you slice. The more you slice under. Like the more spin it should be, because that's where you're taking it off. Right? The softer you do, I have to kind of help the ball going. The harder you do, the more I just go like this. Okay? So watch, if you give me a softball, I hit a little bit more arms. Watch. Oh. Like kind of a softer ball. See, I have to kind of swing through it, right? But if you give me like a hard ball, watch my sharp. See the difference? Because you hit hard, I know your pace is already good enough. I'm just getting the ball to just spin off my paddle with least amount of contact, because if I did that same stroke as the first one, it's gonna pop. So depending on your pace of ball that your opponent gives you is how much swing you do through the ball. So the harder the ball it is, the less this, the more kind of like you just kind of do this right here. Just like instead of like just leaving it here, you're just doing, basically just putting spin on it. Okay? Good. Okay, don't swing. Go. Good. Nice. Good. Good, that's the one. I want to see the spin. Spin. So that one you punch down. Cut. Spin. Okay. Forward this way. There you go. That had a lot of spin. Yep. Look, so much spin. Here we go. Good. There we go. 3 in a row. Okay, it's all right. Okay. Not center. Okay, good. There you go. Down. Good. Very good. Down. Yes. Here we go. Perfect. That one jumped off your pad a little bit. Again. Good. Again. Good. Just a little bit of a downstroke. Yeah, just a little bit. I'm hitting it a lot harder, so all you gotta do is just cut it a little bit. Good. Okay, a little bit. Okay, you're kind of punching a little bit more slice. Good. Good. That's perfect. That's perfect. Here we go. Nice. Straight ahead of you. So if you're going ahead, you just keep that face forward. This way, forward. Okay. Go. Nice. In. Good. 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 There you go. Absorb the ball and cut it. Good. Perfect. Okay, that one was good, but where do you hit that one? Yeah. See, the other one you hit perfect, same swing, went perfect. The other one you hit short. Okay, so people sometimes don't put that in consideration that, oh, my stroke was good on that, I just missed it, because then the next time they'll go bigger and they'll hit the sweet spot. So check what you're doing correctly, because sometimes that stroke is good, it's just we just mishit it. Okay? Good. Good, that's it. So when you're resetting from that area, it's just a little bit, if you want that spin, it's just a little bit of a down motion. That's it.
You know what the problem is? I don't think I'm watching the ball.
What are you doing then?
Well, why else would it hit
What?
the corners?
What?